Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura, and we're going to have stitching time with Laura. And today I'm working, of course, on the Beaded Cottage, and we're working with number 11, which is, oh, I gotta find it. Hang on, guys. I know the answer to this, honest. Number 11 is DMC 725. Okay, and on my last video that I made, I showed you the difference between beaded cross stitch, and half cross stitch. I want to add one more thing to that. I didn't get a chance to do it. Hang on. I'm coming down here to my thread. I still got it right here. Okay, so in order to do back stitching, you come up. Well, seriously, come up and you go across to this one. Can you see that? So I went to the next dot. We'll call it dots for lack. And then you come back and you go down in the same one you started with number 2. So this would be 3 and 4. And you just keep coming. So if you had to go around a corner, you would come down to this one like this. And what you're doing is you're just coming a square back, and then I'm going to go down in this one, maybe, if my hands are dry. Hang on. And then I lost my needle. I couldn't get a hold of it. And you see where I came back? Down like that. And that is back stitching for me. And it's just coming one ahead. So you lift. Here's where you were last. And then you come to the next dot. So you just keep going up and down all the way across. Now, the only reason I'm not doing this, let me show you another thing. That's securing the thread, and it's going to lay, and it'll be just fine. But I would not, let me come down here where you can actually see. Okay, let's say you had to go 4 squares. Come, or 3 squares, whatever, and do like that. Because then it leaves it open to get loose or snagged on something. So I secure each, hopefully you can see that, each stitch down. Now, I don't know if that's the right way or the wrong way, but that's the way I do it. So you're making individual stitches like so. Now, if it wanted you to come down here to make some kind of a corner, you would just go diagonally across it. Oops. You're going to have to go here because you can't go right here. It's not being very light. I can't see. Because if you go in this hole right here, this hole, I'll have to use my needle, right there, and come back up, you've lost it because it's the same area. So you have to secure it some way. So see how you made a, you can just keep coming. Whoa, sorry guys. Hang on. It's so close. At a diagonal, oh, I lost my thread. But you get the point. You could just keep coming diagonal if you had to go diagonally. Okay? But you just go individual stitches for back stitching. Okay? Let me find a place to put that so I don't lose it. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pause you guys so I can get you back to where we're at. Okay. So I hope that made sense. If anybody has any questions about that, just leave it in the comments and I will answer you back the best of my ability. But I just know the basics of stitching. It's been a long, I mean, I know the names of several different stitches, but it's been, good Lord, a long time. Because like I said, I used to, did I? Oh, I thought I didn't put the needle, or the silly bead on there. But it's been a long time since I did straight embroidery, you know, because I had to learn, oh, probably 12 to 15 different stitches. But it's been a while since I practiced all that. But and I prefer this because it's simple. Not that I can't do the other, like I started to say, I know where I was going. Jeez, some days. Oh, God. I used to do the printed, oh, they had dresser scarves, and they had pillowcases, and quilt blocks, and all the stuff that was printed onto that real thin, I'll call it sheeting material. It wasn't 80 cloth, way back in the day, and you could get it in a little kit, and then you just bought so many skeins of thread to actually do your little thing. So I mean, each color took like one skein. I mean, depending on the size. I mean, you can make a tablecloth the size for 8 people to sit at, you know. I mean, way back. I don't want to have to regress to that. And you used a hoop, of course. So, and it was basically you could do it as, what do you call it, as complicated as you wanted, you know. They kind of left that up, you know. I mean, if it was a big area like this number 10, you could fill it in if you wanted to, or you could just outline it, you know. So my skills were not real advanced, shall we say. We had to do projects in art class and stuff like that, where we had to be able to demonstrate so many different kinds of, what do you call it, stitches and stuff. So yeah, but I just didn't feel like getting into all that. It's just not some place I want to go anymore. I don't even know if I can do half those things. But so I mean, it was fairly simplified, and that was the thing to do back then. In fact, I made a set of pillowcases for when I got married the first time. I was enamored with the idea of a hope chest. Yeah. So I made an Afghan, and I made those things, and I got all my silverware together, and oh yeah. I was just real young and stupid. But hey, we got the silverware and the china, and we did all that, and yeah. And here we are, 45 years later, and nobody cares anymore. So, but I just thought that was really neat. And then I read somewhere in some book or some history thing when I was looking up stitching and stuff, you know, and the history of it. But they said that a bride was supposed to have like 13 quilts made and have this and have that and in her little hope chest. And so, yeah, I mean, you got engaged, so then it was like a year before you got ready to get married, so you had that time. Are you kidding me? I couldn't do 14 quilts in a year. Are you nuts? But back then in the day, everybody got around together, and, you know, you had 20, 30 people working on a quilt. I just lost that silly bead. Working on a quilt, so, I mean, it took no time at all. I mean, in a weekend, they'd all come to each other's house and stay, oh, there it is, 3 or 4 days, and you'd get it all done, you know, and then you'd do it again at another time to pass the time. So they didn't have things to distract them like the internet and 9 million other things and video games that they have now. So yeah, here's where we are now. And if I said that to my granddaughter, she'd probably just laugh at me, you know. Yeah, not happening on Grandma's end. So, but anyway, the good old days, I guess we got a little bit better and a little bit smarter, I hope. Jeez. But I mean, you realize they had nothing else to occupy their time. So, you know, I mean, to them, that was It was full-on entertainment. They got to socialize. They got to do something that they loved to do, and they were helping out their friends or their relatives to get their, you know, stitching things done, and everybody worked together, you know, on a project. But that's why I said, boy, them big cross stitches ought to be outlawed, because I don't know that people get together like that. I mean, if you knew a bunch of people and you were going to make one, I guess, but it seems like it would take forever. But still, I don't know. It is what it is. But, yeah. See, I missed that whole generation of people even doing that, you know. And so my grandmother and I were pretty sentimental people, and I always like to do that pioneer thing, you know. I don't know. I was just crazy and nuts back then. But, hey. It was a different time. So I had a good day. It didn't start out really well. I didn't get any sleep because my stupid fan broke. So I can't sleep without a fan on. I mean, I'm just totally lost without the fan. So I didn't go to bed till about 4 o'clock this morning. And slept for about 3 hours. So it took about 5 cups of coffee before I ever got motivated. And went to my daughter's house, and we messed around, went to the post office and the dollar store, because I had to get a fan, because I'm not missing any more sleep here. So I had to put that damn thing together. Oh, hell. You know me. Not me. But I did. I'm getting better at this, people. But I don't know about them big pieces of furniture you gotta put together, because that kind of requires 2 hands to hang onto it while you smack it together. But I'll leave those projects. Let's see where I'm at. They're pretty yellow. So I got the fan together. We came home, and we went to lunch with my granddaughter and my grandson, and they were both very good. We went to the near new shop, and they got some toys and stuff that they like to play with, so I gave them all something new to look at. This is only the first week out of school, so yeah. I wish my daughter lots and lots of luck. Been there, done that. But yeah, I got this whole section over here done of all these pinks, and I started up here doing, oops, you can't see what I'm talking, sorry, I hate moving everybody around. You can kind of see the outlines of flowers over here. I think I put one in the wrong place, because there should have been maybe a dark one right there, but oh well, life goes on. And then I got to do the outside of it, but I'm trying to get this whole section done. It feels like I've been working on this forever, but I like it. I really do. It's relaxing. Now that, you know, I finally got onto it. And do you need to go out? Hang on, guys. Let me let the dog out. Okay, I hear you, Mom. Gotta go before it rains. Close the door, and I forgot the dog needed to go out. Oh, jeez. I swear. So, anyway. But we had fun. And I think my granddaughter, she was needing a nap. She's having lack of school withdrawals. You know, nothing to do, and her brother's kind of sick of her already. It's only been a week. Yeah. But he gets to go to Boys and Girls Club. She can't go until she's like 6, I think. So, yeah, she's filling the little gap there, you know, of age, but my daughter's doing her best to keep her occupied. So, what else? We didn't do anything too fantastic. Had lunch. And then I went to the grocery store after I left my daughter's and got something for dinner and came home, and now I'm making videos here. And I'm off today, so I'm just going to try to relax. My shoulder isn't nearly as sore as it was yesterday. And I didn't feel like taking any more Tylenol PM. I swear, I take them things and I'm, sorry about the dog, guys, kind of drugged, you know, for a few hours. Okay, I gotta back you up here. You're just a little too close. Dagnabbit. It just makes me feel drugged out for a few hours, and I don't like that feeling. I like to get up and start my day and start running, you know. I'm used to that and going to work. But, God, that... And I don't take them very often, but just when I have to, and I'd much rather take a pain pill, but that's even worse because it's even more druggy, so... But it seems to take the pain away, more so. I think I made that thread just a little long, guys. Oh, jeepers. Has anybody got any plans for the weekend? I hope. They're having they call it a camp out. I don't know what the hell that means. It's a camp out for a good cause. I don't know what the heck that's about, but it's on somebody's private land, I'm assuming. And they're doing it for a charity. So I don't know or understand the whole concept. I didn't get into that. There was something else going on this weekend. So I'm sure it'll just be busier than heck over the weekend. So we'll see. Just how busy. I just hope to heaven that I have help, because I just cannot do it by myself. Too old for that crap. You know, everybody that I work for is 30 years younger than I am. And I'm the one running, and some days, I'm telling you, I keep thinking it's about time to retire, but I don't know when and if that'll ever happen. But I guess I should do it before Social Security runs out or some stupid ass thing, because that'd really piss me off. Because I don't think I can work until I die. I'd like to have some enjoyment of retirement, but and I don't know. I mean, I think, well, if I do retire, I might just like semi-retire and work like 2 or 3 days a week or something, just enough to have a supportive income, because I know that my retirement isn't going to be a whole hell of a lot, but at least my house is paid for, so I don't have to worry about that part, unless, you know, something would befall this place. But and we just keep adding to it and doing little things here and there. But yeah, it'd be nice to have 3 or 4 days off. Of course, you know, I probably wouldn't want to come back, but so maybe we'll see what transpires. But I'd like to be able to have a few extra days off, but I know it's summertime and they absolutely positively need me. Oh, yes. But just to keep it all moving, because she doesn't have too much help. And the help she's got, you know, they're just not trained. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I'm just saying they're just not trained, or they haven't worked 30 years in this business and know what's coming. And, you know, so getting them trained is, yeah. Some days it's a challenge, and some days everything just goes like clockwork. So who knows? I just get a little tired of doing it all, and want to take some free time. I just think of all the crap I could get done, like diamond painting and stitching. I'd really make some progress. I got real spoiled when I took 3 weeks off after I quit my last job, and sat around, did nothing but diamond paint for 3 weeks, and I finished probably, oh, 3 or 4 diamond paintings, maybe more, depending on the size. But that was kind of nice. But it also gets monotonous after a while. So I don't know of any other news. We won't have any. I don't know if I'll have any more events here in town until we get to like August, I don't know. Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. In August, they have that thing, it's called Gold Rush Days, and they don't have, not that I know of, they don't have any, what do you call it? Events like Leadville, like I explained in one of my videos, where they had mining events and stuff, because this was not a mining town. This was the railroad town, where the rail came through. And, I don't, you know, I mean, if they wanted to go mining, they had to go away from here, because you don't have many ruins around of that sort around here like you do in Leadville. You still have mine shafts and ore carts and all kinds of stuff up there, because it was silver and gold. And they have even, I think the smelter's still there. I'm not real sure if it is or it isn't. I can't remember these days, but you can actually go up to where some of the mining camps were, and where they took the carts and stuff with the ore and transported it by wagon or wherever to the railroad and all that. And there was a narrow gauge line that came through Leadville. You can actually ride the narrow gauge railroad. They have little day trips, and I don't know that they have an overnight trip, but they have day trips. Hang on, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. If I leave her out there, she'd be just barking away, so she can't learn to keep her mouth shut. We can just bring her in, because she'll sit right on the porch and bark. Come here, little bead. Almost lost it again. Okay. Let me see if I can bring that in a little bit, get it some light. But yeah, this is kind of a nice change of pace. I've been working on the peacock, and been here and there, and I work on the cats, and working on let's see, what was I working on? Oh geez, the hummingbird thing. And I got a little bit done on what is the other one? Oh, the two little birds, because I wanted to see how that 14 count was going to lay, and if I didn't like it, I could take it out and start over. But I'm liking, the thread was working really good, using 2 threads on it. I thought I was going to have to use 1, but actually the 2 looks pretty good here. So I wish I could work on 1 project at a time, but it's so not me. You know, where my problem started and initially started is when I would paint on poster board with my acrylic paints, and I would make 4x6 and 2.5 by 3.5 inch little paintings, and 5x7s and 8x10s. But I had an easel. Well, it was actually a homemade easel made out of, what do you call it? A sawhorse type thing. It wasn't quite that big, but it had the same, you know, like A-frame thing. And then it was like a board that was stuck up there. If you go back to my first video on this channel, you'll see the easel. And I was painting, I would put like 3 or 4 4x6s and 3 or 4 of the 2.5 by 3s up there. And I would stick them up with masking tape onto my easel, and I would paint 4 or 5 pictures at a time, just kind of simultaneously. I'd put all the skies in, and then I'd paint the backgrounds, and I'd have them all going at one time, and make probably 15 or however many I could get onto the easel, you know, thing, and just paint along. And sometimes I'd finish 10 paintings in a day doing them that way. And other times I'd do them one at a time. But back then I never painted on canvas. I couldn't afford canvas, so I painted on poster board, on the back side of poster board, because poster board is actually slick and I couldn't get the paint to adhere the proper way. So I would paint on the back side, and sometimes I'd gesso them down and paint them. But that's the way I would do all my landscapes. So I was used to doing things in multiple. So you can understand where this all comes from, that I've got like 6 or 8 projects at one time going. And not that I'm finishing them as fast as I was finishing them paintings, believe me. But, oh phooey. That one is not, it's too big, or too small, sorry. No. I cannot. I've finished Myrtle Lease. Oh, that's the one and only biggie I've finished. Oh, and my daughter's. Yay. 2 diamond paintings in. What is this? Almost June? Yeah, not a problem. So. Yeah. And I forgot what I was talking about. So, yeah, that's why I tend to have 3 or 4 different things going at one time. I don't know, my focus has gone just like right out the window. So, I don't. Now, the other night I did a video on beaded cross stitch, and I did continue to do beaded cross stitch, you know, for the rest of the night for 3 or 4 hours. So that's how I finished all this. But it takes a while, period. There's just no ifs, no ands, no buts. This is not a fast thing. And I work on my, my diamond painting here and there, and it just depends on. Last night I was just too tired to do anything, so I sat there and watched like 6 or 7 episodes of Grey's Anatomy back to back to back to back. But and it's something I can watch and usually do something else at the same time, but I couldn't hardly function. I was so tired. It's been a long week. So, I mean, we'll see how many videos I can put out by the week, you know, since summer has arrived. So that may change, may not. So, and I want to order some more things off of Amazon. I'm going to try to go back with AliExpress. The only thing I hate now is that it takes so long with AliExpress, because everything is pretty much coming from China, where I get lucky every once in a while with Amazon. I do have one more diamond painting coming from Amazon, so we'll see what it looks like. But some of these places I can get them, we'll call it in a week, you know. And, you know, sometimes it's 3 or 4 days, depending on where it comes from. So the turnaround is a whole lot faster than AliExpress. So we will see what we can do. I may have some cooking videos if I can get my act together to do that. I'll probably have to make some green chili or make anything. I don't know. You know, if I feel like sharing, or if I can get it all to come together to do that, you know. And if there's anything y'all would like to see me do or whatever, just let me know. And got any ideas, and we'd be glad to try them out, or any products you'd like me to try for stitching or diamond painting. That'd be great, because I'm always open to suggestions. And sometimes things work out, and what? Did it again. Did I put that same bead back? I probably did while I was just sitting here talking to you. You know, so if you have any things or ideas or something you'd like to see me do or try, let me know. Or if you know of a good place to buy stitching kits from that you've had great success with, you know, let me know. And be more than happy to try them out. And I like trying new things. My camera almost dropped. Sorry about that, guys. I caught it with my head. It has this thing that sticks out, so it hit my head. So y'all didn't go flying. If I had moved, yes, it would have gone. Now look at that. I need 4 of them. Do you think I got 4 in there? Oh, hell no. Oh, God. I keep the actual container way back over there so I don't knock it off. because Lord knows I am a hot mess some days. Just a hot mess. I can drop stuff and make stuff a mess faster than crap. And liquid, not even allowed on the table. Unless it has a total lid. And it better be screwed down. There we go. I was hoping I didn't thread the wrong needle. Ooh, come on. Oh, let's see here. I wanted to finish this one little section, then I'll show you what kind of progress I made on the other stitching project, shall we say. And I think that's what I'll do. I'll show you my progress on stitching projects on the Stitchin' Time with me. And then when I do diamond paintings, I'll show you the progress I've made on them. How would that be? Because I hate confusing things, because I have people that watch me for diamond painting, people that watch me for stitching, and people that watch for both. So you just never know what you're going to get here. It's like a mixed bag of tricks. And precarious at best. Okay, last one, and then I will go show you. But we got all those yellows, well, except for them two over there, but I'm not going after them. My thread's not long enough. Okay, let me get rid of this. I thread 3 needles before I start a video, and that way I don't have to bore you. Oh, look, I got another one sewed on the back. Can y'all see it? It's right here. Isn't that great? God, that is so special. I'm just going to leave it because I just don't want to know. Nope, nope, nope. I mean, I wonder, you know, through this whole project, how many of them I will stitch on the back. I was probably yapping away and... Oh, geez. Some days we're just... Whoa! Sorry, guys. Are you there? Hang on. I just want to get rid of this needle so I don't stab myself to death. Let me get rid of the beads so I don't knock that off in the show and tell. Okay, put them back. I just love these little containers. They're great for beads. Diamonds, I'm not so real thrilled about, but I do like them for the beads. So I'm going to maybe use the other one to kit that big one up with. Not that we'll ever get that one done, but we'll see. But since I'm using this new process, I like this, of doing one color at a time. Instead of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is pretty conducive to doing that way, because there's some big areas. But that other one is just so confettied. It's like, okay, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I might get it out yet. Don't know. Not making a judgment call. Hang on, let me get these other projects. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, this is first one. This is the cat. Let me move that over. And I've got most of the cat done here. And I'm working down in here on his paws. And I've almost got the fish done in here. And then I'll fold this in half. And I was working on these flowers up there. So I got quite a bit of that done. And this is the 2 birds. So I haven't done a whole lot of it. Just in this one corner. Kind of see where I've gotten that done in the 2 or 3 shades of brown. That's going to be the background. And we'll show you this one, and then I can move it. Whoops. This is the peacock. Oops, sorry. My bad. So I've gotten this part almost done there. And then on this end, because I was trying to come across right here. So we got that pink. It's going to be one of those flowers. So that turned out really nice. I like that part. So if I lift it up, maybe you can see the color in it. There you go. I think it's pretty. It's 2 or 3 different shades of coral. And then on the hummingbird, we're not very far here. You can see I haven't done too much. Can't tell much progress on this yet until I get this part up here filled out, but down to like maybe up to here, except for those few. That's white, actually, right there where that blue is. You can't hardly see it. So there, nothing much to see there. So that's what we got done there. Hang on. So yeah, we're getting there one little project at a time. And I'll turn this over. Let me get the crazy paper. I don't want to lose that paper. It's like my lifeline for this thing. But you can kind of see how much I've gotten done. I've started over here doing this part to come across. But it's just taken forever. Yeah. But one thing at a time, and that's why I'm trying to focus in one little area, like do all that purple and then do all that light yellow and then the green, you know, that's right there, and just work it in small sections. So, you know, when you get it all done, all this from here to here is done, except for up in here. So that's all solid, and it's starting to get some weight to it. So, but I really like it. And it just, you know, you make a little bit of progress, a little bit of progress, a little bit, and it'll get done, you know. So I just keep working a little bit at a time. But thank you guys for joining me and listening to me blab on and on. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. And thank you for joining me today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye-bye. God bless.